Hey, what's good, fam?
What's up, everybody?
I'm Chasten.
And I'm Janet.
And we are excited to be back for another week. Yes, we are. And we're excited about the content because,
Yeah.
Jay, we're doing something different.
Something very different.
Yes. So we just released a video that was entitled "How to Stop Living Paycheck to Paycheck and Get 1 Month Ahead." If you have not watched that video, definitely check it out. You can find that in the description below. But when we did that video, we received so many great questions. Great questions, about some specifics. And so we wanted to do something special and do our first part 2 video.
Yes.
But before we hop into that content, Jay,
make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is where you want to be.
Yes, I love it. Yes. So let's hop into the content and let's answer these questions. So the first question that was asked was, how do you structure this thing, Jay? If I want to do this, how do I structure where my income goes? How do I structure my expenses? All of that good stuff. And so we're gonna bring out our handy dandy whiteboard and answer that question, because there are 2 ways that you can do this, 2 options, and we're going to give it to you right now. All right, fam, so this is the first option, the first way that you can structure this if this is something that you're trying to do. And so if you look right here, you see we have this arrow coming down. This arrow represents income. And this income is going into what we're gonna call this money pool account. This could be a checking account, it could be a savings account, but this is where all of the income is going to come. So say we're budgeting for the month say we're looking at the month of July, and we have all of July's paychecks coming into this money pool account. Now, at the end of July, after we receive all of those paychecks, we're going to transfer that money at the end of the month. We're going to transfer it into what we're going to call an expense account. The expense account is another checking account, and that's going to be transferred, like I said, at the end of the month in preparation for that month that you're going to take July's money for August, right? And so right here, once it gets in this account on August 1st or July 30th or whatever, you're going to then pay all of your bills out of that account. And so, as you can tell, you have all of your money, once again, all of your money going into this one account, and then all of your bills being paid from another account. So that's one way that you can set up this 1 month ahead process.
All right, fam, so now it is time for option number 2. So with this particular option, this is actually something that Chasten and I did during our debt-free journey. So we would have our income coming to a checking account. So direct deposit, all of that good stuff, it would all come into one account, which would be our checking account. And then from our checking account, instead of doing any type of transferring or anything like that, our expenses, our monthly expenses, bills, and everything came out of that checking account. And so that's a system that we use. We didn't use a system where we transferred money. We simply used one checking account and had our expenses come out of that account as well.
All right, fam, so we just unpacked 2 options for you. So when it comes to the structure of how this is done, you can do this one of 2 ways. In that first option, you see you have 2 separate accounts. That's keeping your next month's income separate from your current month's income, right? And having 2 places to receive income and to spend money, right? And then in the second option, you have everything mixed together. So the income is coming in, it's next month's income is mixing with the current month's income. All of it is in one pot. Now, I'll say this, if you're going to do option 2, you're going to have to use some type of budgeting software, some type of budgeting app to track every single dollar, because you have to be crystal clear on what's left in each budget area within your budget. And you have to be clear of what's left in, this current month's budget, how much money do I have left, and then how much money have I received in the next month. So it's going to take a lot of discipline, and it's going to take you being crystal clear on your numbers. So those are the two options there. But let's answer question number 2. What's question number 2, Jay? It has to do with bills, right?
Right. So with question number 2, the question is, do you pay your bills just whenever they come, whenever the bill company, whenever the company sends it, or do you pay your bills based off of a request that you made, like, hey, I would like my bills to draft out of my account on the 25th or the 15th or the 1st. So that was the question, which is a great question.
Yep. And really, the answer to that question is whatever works for you. Right? Absolutely. And so we would just pay our bills as they came, like whatever the company, the date that they selected, we would just pay them, pay, because it didn't matter for us. But if you would like for all of your bills to come out on the 10th of the month, then set it up that way. If that makes your system, run the way that you want it to run. So there's no right or wrong answer in that regard, as long as you're paying your bills.
Right.
Just pay your bills.
Just don't get a past due amount.
Yeah, right. Just take care of your bills. Make sure whether you're using option number 1 or option number 2 and how you set things up, just make sure that your accountant has sufficient funds, avoiding fees, taking care of, of everything that needs to be taken care of.
Absolutely.
Yep. And so that brings us to the final question that we received about this process. And that was all about, what happens if you overspend, right? So, when you're budgeting all the way down to the dollar and the cent amount, what if, my first week worth of grocery, what if I overspend in that amount? Like, what do I do? How do I account for that, in my budget?
Yeah. And it's simple, really. Let's say it was a week where you and your family, maybe you just got home from work and you just did not feel like cooking, and so you stopped at Sonic and you picked up some burgers for your family. And so you overspent in your budget by $15.
Right.
Well, what we did, we would simply take $5 off of week 2, $5 off of week 3, and $5 off of week 4. That way we could make up for the $15 that we overspent in week 1. And so it's really simple. You just shave off whatever amount that will take care of that amount that you overspent in.
Right.
So you just shave off that amount from the weekly budget.
Yep. And you can do that. You can break it up like Jay described. You can break it up over the remaining weeks, or you can say, that $15, I'm going to take it from the second week's worth of groceries, or eating out or whatever. It's really whatever works for you. But here's the thing. There's a pain that you feel when you have to shave money off of another budget line item, right? And so when you feel that pain, I know for us, when you feel that pain of, man, I have $10 less this next week, it'll cause you to get your act together.
Yeah, it feels a little uncomfortable, because it's interesting how much $10 really means if you're already really tight on your finances. Like $10 means like a full meal for a lot of families. Like that's So it's tight. It's super tight.
And so the deal is, again, it comes back to discipline. You want to feel it so that you stay on board, because you can't, when you're living 1 month ahead and you're down to the cents and the dollar amount of what you have, overspending, you have to account for that some kind of way. And so to answer that question, that's how we accounted for it. You just have to do it.
Pick it up somewhere.
So fam, we've answered the main 3 questions that we received about the how to stop living paycheck to paycheck, how to get 1 month ahead process. We hope that was helpful. If it was, definitely like it and let us know. We love your feedback. And if you feel like this would be helpful to those that you're connected with, definitely share with those that you're connected with. And fam, as always, y'all hear us say this all the time: We love to hear from y'all.
Yes, absolutely.
Love to hear from
Love
y'all.
it.
I mean, there's so many times where we're, out and about and we get a comment and it brings a smile to our face, or it gives us something to think about. Like, we love hearing from you all.
And we pray for you all, honestly.
Absolutely.
We pray for you all, and especially like when we get ready to record, we're lifting you all up in prayer. We know how the debt-free journey is. We know how tough it is. We know how hard you have to grind and how hard you have to hustle. And it takes a lot of prayer and a lot of strength, and you need motivation. And so we're praying for you all. We're rooting for you all. We want you all to win with your money and beyond. Not just with your money, but we want you to win with your money and beyond. So
we are in your corner.
Yes.
Do you have any final thoughts, Jay?
Yeah, so really, discipline is the final thought of the day. So whichever option you choose to go with, it's going to take discipline. So you're going to have to sit down and come up with a strategy that's going to create an airtight budget for you so that you can successfully get 1 month ahead. Because there's really no way you're going to be able to get 1 month ahead without having an airtight budget. That's number one. You have to have an airtight budget. And so if you're struggling with budgeting, we have a few videos also on our channel that you can look at how you can cut some expenses and all that good stuff. But really, we encourage you just to remain disciplined and to create an airtight budget and to stick to that airtight budget, because that's where living 1 month ahead is going to happen.
Absolutely.
So,
Good.
Yeah.
Well, fam, we are done, but we can't leave without saying hustle, grind, and pray. Hustle, grind, and pray.
Every day.
Yes. So until next time, we'll see y'all, fam.
We love y'all.
We love you.
Peace.